today's session is going to be just about the basics of Premiere Pro. So even if you don't have ever used Premiere Pro or launched it, that's okay, because today we are going to learn from the start. So what is going to be the end result? Not fully, but I just wanted to give an overview, like what kind of the output we are going to create today in today's session. So if I play this video. Okay, so this is like just so like where what I can do is I can just combine multiple clips. I can combine some graphics, some animations, pre-built animations to it, and add certain titles and export the project, or maybe I want to like export it to the social media. So just wanted to give an idea like what is we are going to be creating at the end of this session. And apart from that, I also will cover a few of the features which could be really useful to do some of that time consuming task. So if you are using Premiere Pro and you want to know what's new over here and how it can help you to save time. So here I have launched Premiere Pro and just want to give an overview about the interface. So the first time if you will launch Premiere Pro, like this is going to be the screen. So here onto the middle, you will see all the recent documents, like all the recent projects where you have been working on. So maybe if you're launching for the first time, it might look a bit blank because maybe you have not started anything, right? But for me, I was trying some projects out there. So that's why here I see the recent projects. So if I want to open any of the recent projects, what I can do is I can simply come here and click on these projects to get started. And here we have two tabs. So whether I want to start a new project, like start it from the scratch, or if I want to open an existing project. Like I said, either I can access this from recent, but here if you see the list is not a bit long, maybe I want to access some project which I created 1 week ago. So for that, we can like go to this panel, navigate to that specific location and open my project. And this is about the Learn tab. So along with like this application, we also ship a lot of tutorials and which are completely free of cost. Some of would have the project files and it's publicly available. So maybe I want to learn about the animation or some basic things about the Premiere Pro. I don't want to be dependent on my video editing guy, maybe to do some basic video editing stuff. So what I can do is I can go through this link, access those tutorials, learn about it. So whatever tutorials are available onto the browser, so those tutorials will be listed over here. And next, here on the bottom right-hand side, you see three panels. So first is team project. So team project is like maybe if I'm into the production company or there are some other editors who are also working on the same project. So what I can do is I can just create a new team project and invite other people to work on it. Similarly, maybe I'm already invited. One of my team member has already created this project and I'm invited. I want to access that team project. I can come here and open that team project. And next, we have Premiere Rush. So Premiere Rush is like a little brother of Premiere Pro. So it is a mobile-based application as well. Either I can install it on desktop, on my mobile devices. And what I can do is maybe I have the clips and I'm traveling to office, or if I have my mobile device, I can start working on my project. And once like I have those clips together or those basic things set up, I can come to my desktop and open that Rush project into the Premiere Pro and get started. So this is was quick overview about the interface so that it doesn't look scary to the people who are just going to launch this application and try out what's out there. Okay, so first we'll talk about like how we can create a new project. So here I'll click on this button. So this is like a new create new project. And there are a couple of things. So first we'll see like the panels on the left on the side. So these are the different locations. So like home, desktop documents. And we also have the sample media. So sample media is a media which is already shipped. So if you want to, if you don't have that much of a clip and you want to try it out, different things, different tools out here, you can come and select those sample media. Similarly, what I can do is if there are certain locations which I use frequently, maybe I was working on this demo and this was a location which I was frequently visiting it. So what I did is instead of navigating through it, I have marked it as a favorite so that I can access my this folder very quickly. So for this demo, what I'm going to do is maybe I will just give it a name because we want to define a project name. So I'll give it a name. And next here, I can choose the location. So where I want my this project to be saved. So I can come here and choose the location. For now, I'll choose it to the default. And here we have the list of the things which is inside this folder, right? So maybe I want to go inside this folder, right? And then maybe I have certain clips folder. So here you see, like I'll have a lot of clips, right? There are a lot of clips. Currently, it's bit minimum, but if you're working on a very big project, maybe a documentary or an interview, it could be maybe 500 or 200, 200 clips as well. So here we have a couple of filters. So first, what I can do is I can filter it by all supported files, which is supported by Premiere. Or if I only interested in the video files over here, I can simply come and select it, the video filter. So all the files are video. So that's why I see these things. But if there are some audios as well, so I can change this filter. Since there is no audio, that's why it's not showing up. Similarly for images. For images as well, I can choose this images and only images would show up. We can change different grids. And maybe I want to search for a specific clip. So here what I want to do is I want to like maybe first work on the student clip part. So I can come and select this clip and then I can get started. So this is the quick way how we can like filter the video before starting the project. And next, just focus on this right-hand side tab, what options we have here. So first option is copy media. If I turn this option on, then what it will do is it will just copy all the media, right? But I do not want that, it's already saved. And next we have this option called as bin. So here in Premiere, now to the people who are new, like the folder is called as bin. It's like a simple like a terminology. We are trying to keep everything inside of a bin, so that's why we call it bin. So what it wants to do is, as soon as I select all the clips, it should be grouped together and placed inside a folder. So I just select one clip, then press the shift key, select the other clips, and definitely I want to create a bin. So I'll just go ahead and name it as a demo bin. And next, I have a name. So by default, it has taken the discovery names, but it will be like sequence one or something. So if I want to change it to the discovery days or something else, I can come here, quickly modify it. So now this basic setup is done. I have selected my media. For now, I just want to work with my videos. Later, I'll import other things as well. I just want to get started. I have all the clips with me. So what I will do is simply come here and click on create. And now you see that like all the media, like all the other things are listed here. So this is my demo bin, which I have created. If I click on this drop down, here I see all the like videos which were there and I can get started. So before we jump to the other part of it, what I want to do is I just want to talk about this interface, right? What are the different things? Why you see the clips, two different clips at two different times? What is this? So let's go through it one by one. So this section, the bottom left section where we see all the clips, all the movies, this section is called project panel. So here what we will do is we will just put or dump our all the assets, whether it's images, audio, video, will just come here, or maybe some other files, Illustrator files of other format of the files, we'll just dump it here. So that's why maybe that's why it's called a project panel, where we will arrange our projects and keep it separate. And here is the source monitor. So source monitor is into the upper left. So what this panel allows us to do is here we can import the media from our project, like the project panel, and then we can mark specific portions of that media, like whether this video is maybe 12 seconds long. Maybe I want 2 or 3 seconds of this particular media. So I can mark my footage into this section, which is called source monitor. And this line, like the thing onto the bottom right hand side is called the timeline. So timeline is a place where we assemble our programs or our clips. So whatever clips we are going to work on or want to create the movie, which I showed to you, the final one, those output will be created here. So this is just a starting thing. So where we will just start with some of the clips. I'll go ahead, I'll refine it further, and then the output will be visible here. So this area is called as program monitor. So program monitor, so this is a place where I'll see the output of my edits. So like into this sequence, this space source monitor, I can see only one clip. But if I scrub through my clip onto this sequence, onto the timeline, I can see the output media, like how the videos will play one after another. So this was a quick overview about all the panels. So once we open how the interface is going to look like, right? And if your interface doesn't look like this, maybe you'd say, okay, I do not see this kind of an interface. Why my interface is looking different? So there could be the reason. What could be the reason? Here, if I come on workspaces, there might be some like chances that for you it could be some other workspaces, some essential or some other workspaces selected by default. So many of you might be already using Adobe, other Adobe applications, so you'd be familiar with the workspaces. So what I can do is I can create my own custom workspace as well and then save it so that everything is set up as per I want. So now we have our clips here. We have it there into our panel. And now let's dive into the first section, arranging the media. So here you see that there are clips, right? But what if there are other clips as well? Maybe what I want to do is I want to add some other things as well. Maybe some audio. I need some audio. So what I will do is simply come here and double click on this particular panel. And here I will just get certain other media, maybe some audio. So maybe I want to add this audio. Okay, similarly, I can add some other media as well. So like I said, right now the clips are very limited. That's why it might look bit of good to work on this space. But what if you want to see and organize your assets? So for that, either what I can do is just drag it to make it a little bigger, or I can press the tilde key over here. So once I press the tilde key, here is what happens. The entire panel opens up into a new interface, and here I'll have more control, I'll have more view to it. So right now here my clips are organized, then my audio is there, and maybe I do not want to see all of these information. I just want to see what is the duration of video and what is the duration of this audio, these in point, out points, these information. I do not want that. I want a cleaner view of it. So what I can do is simply come here and right click and click on metadata display. So what is metadata? So metadata is data about data. And like I said that I want to filter out the panels. So here I'll first check and then check it. And then I'll only select few columns, which I want, like the media type. And then maybe I want to check about video duration or audio duration, or maybe I want to put some comments for my video as well. And if I want, I can save this settings as for a preset. And now my view looks a bit cleaner. So here I see the duration of my video. I see the media type, whether it's audio and video. And like I said that into this space, this video is a bit of a organized, but if we have a lot of clips and we want to mark certain comments to it, some kind of marker, so what I can do is I can simply come here, mention my comments into this section, skill building for students. Okay. Yeah. So this is how my video, like my media is coming into this list view. Maybe I want to see through it. Currently, I'm not able to see like what are the clips out there. So I'll jump to this view where I can just make it bigger, click on this bin, and here I'll be able to see all of my media in a bigger way. So I can go through it, scrub through it. If I want to navigate through it, like go left and right, I can see the entire video. Similarly, I can just press the space key to play it. So this is about switching the view to icon view. And next we have freeform view. So freeform view is again a view where if I want to freely arrange my media, I can just drag it in this manner, then I can align it further. But for now, I'm good with this view and that's it. So currently my media is organized. This was about how we will organize like our media. And then let's jump to like how we can edit our clips, right? So currently like these clips are organized into the timeline. But what I want to do is I want to like clip the specific portions of that video and then do it. And before we do it, just want to talk about few things. So here, if I click on this option, keyboard shortcut, so you will see some really useful shortcuts over here. So first, I really want you to like memorize these 5 shortcuts, which could be really useful while you are marking your edits or making the changes to the clip. First is J, shutter left, K, and L, and then the in point and the out point. And let's see how it could be the useful. So for now, maybe I do not want this entire clip to be here. First, maybe I want to just start with some community video. All I have to do is simply just come here and double click on this community video. And here is my clip. I want this to be as a first clip. So what I will do is I'll simply press the space bar to play it. And here, maybe I want to start my clip from this portion. I'll just come, press the K, and then I'll just press the I key on my keyboard. And now it has marked the in point of my video. I'll play it again. I'll press the K. And then maybe this could be the out point. No, I want to play it a bit more. Just yeah, just stop it and press the O key. So this is the specific area of the clip which I want as a part of my promo video. And like either you could have gone ahead and make use of these like tools which are here, like in and the out point. But every time coming and clicking, because in one clip it might be like a 30 minutes clip as well. Clicking here on the multiple time could be a time consuming. So getting this shortcuts would be quite useful. And now what I want to do is just simply go ahead and put this media to this track. And here you see some common warning error where Premier is warning that, okay, there are some settings. So what happens is if there are some change into the sequence setting, it will just go ahead and warn you. And so that you are aware that there are some changes which are going to be happening. So when I created this sequence there, at that time, some other settings were selected and now we have changed it. So now we have the first part of this clip. Now similarly jump to the second part. So here we have the second part of the clip. And maybe first I want to stop it, just put this part and then play it further. Stop it again, press the O. Now I have grabbed this area of the clip. I'll just quickly come here, put it on the timeline to make the second part of my video. And maybe I want some other part of my clips as well. Okay, and press the J. Now it will move into the backward direction. Press stop. So I'll play it again. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this part as an in point and the other part as a out point and drag this clip. So now here you see that the moment I mark this point, what has happened that the other portion of this video has been gone, right? The other area which I marked is no longer available. And what if I want to retain it? So for that, another feature, which is not a feature, like another technique, how we can retain our clips is creating a sub clip out of it. So suppose like this is a master clip and I have clipped this area, and now I want to like maybe just go ahead and make a sub clip out of it. So what I will do is I'll simply select it and click on make sub clip and click on OK. And here you see that it's look bit different. There is a bracket around here. And similarly, I can go around, I can mark different part of this video and save that area as a sub clip. So just wanted to talk about like how we can retain those selections from a clip and then use it further. So this is about like how we can clip the video and then we can put it onto the timeline. So now we have 2 clips over here, and let's like talk about how we can add some additional clips to it. Like you saw, I just dragged and dropped, mark the area, but what are the other ways through which I can also go ahead and like add my videos to my timeline? Okay, so I'll jump to this sequence. Okay, yeah. So this is the sequence, and now what I want to do is I want to add some additional like clips over here. So either I can directly come here and drag it. So here you see that if I drag the clips over here, now what it is trying to do is it is trying to overlap with other clips, and I do not want that. Right. What I want to do is I want to like add it between these two clips. So what are the different ways through which we can add the video into the different between the different clips. So first we need to make sure that our like this track is selected. And so here like this is the video track. So all the tracks which shows like V1, V2, V3 could be the video track, and all the tracks which showed into the bottom A1, A2, A3 could be, we can use it as an audio track. You can also like relate it with the layers panel as well into the other application where we have different layers where we can put our content, and based on that we can turn on or off our visibility, right? So here I have two clips, and now what I want to do is I will just quickly put this video over here, and then I want to make sure that this video is between these two clips. So for that, what I'm going to do is simply select this, and this track is selected. Yeah. So here two keys becomes very handy when you want to insert the clip between two clips is up and down arrow key. So the moment I press the up arrow key, now what is happening is it is just going backward. And the moment I'm like pressing this down arrow key, it is going forward. So this way I can decide, okay, I want to insert the clip into the between these two clips. So now my playhead is like into the center, and either I can come here and click on insert, and now my clip will be inserted, or maybe let's go through this clip, and now I want to insert this clip between yeah, so I want it into this position. So either I could have simply clicked on this option to insert, or what else I can do is I can press the comma on the keyboard. So this is again a very quick way to just go ahead, press some shortcut keys rather than clicking on different options to build your sequence and start working on the project. So these are the two ways how we can like quickly place our clips. And here, just wanted to mention that this has a direct relationship. Like I said that you can treat it as a layers panel. So here like we have this second track selected, and maybe I'm working on this project, this particular clip, and I want to like place this clip on this layer. So if I just press the comma key, now what will happen is my clip will be placed on this another like track. So that's why like earlier I selected V1 because I wanted clips to be on this track. And later when I selected this second like track, then my video was placed on the second one. Same funda goes for this audio tracks as well, where we can select different layers or the tracks, and then that video will be placed on top of it. So this was about like how we can go ahead and add different clips, and maybe just quickly combine some other clips here. Yeah. So here I have already like combined some of the clips, and now what is happening here is first I have different clips, and maybe I do not want to show the text currently. So the clips are arranged. Now we'll jump to the next section, like how we can edit the audio. So in Premiere, what we have is the audio could be of three kind of audio editings we could perform. Either it could be the voice, like here you see like we have this option for voice over as well. So I can enable it and I can record my voice, and that voice would be recorded on this like timeline. So either I can edit the voice, which I already have there, or what I can do is I can edit using the sound effects. Like there could be the effects which I want to edit, or if I want to add a music to it. So here, maybe I want to add a music to my like video. And what I can do is similarly, I can just go, maybe I want to add some more music. So let me quickly import or drag, show you what are the other ways through which we can like import the music. So here I have this music, and now what I want to do is maybe I want to just put it on my track. So now the music is there, and if I play it, okay, so music is added, and now we can see like what are the levels, and now we want to edit it because definitely I do not want this music to be so loud. So what are the different ways through which we can edit the music? Just be a little bit here. Okay, so first just wanted to focus on this line. So this lines means that like this is a kind of a volume level which I can adjust. If you want to, if you do not see this line, what you can do is you can simply come and just simply drag it to see it much better. So maybe here you see like this is a bit louder and you want to like decrease the volume. So what I can do is I can simply come here and just scroll it a little bit. And now if I play, it could be a bit lesser. So similarly, what I can do is I can use my pen tool to define different points for this music level. So if I click here and click on these 2 points and want to make certain modifications. So maybe first I want this music to be start a bit on a higher note. And once the music start, I want it to get it lower. So I'll just select it. So this is how we can like manipulate it. So you see like this is, and you will also notice that here the clip is longer, right? My video is ending on this part, but the audio is like moving around. It's going bit more from this video. So what I could have done is I could have like manually made certain edits to this video, make sure that beat and everything is matching as per this video, and it's not abrupt like ending of this video. But just want to talk about some other tool. Like we have improved a lot, and there is a new tool available within this panel, within this ripple edit. If I click here and drag it, here is the remix tool. And what this tool allows me to do it to quickly remix the audio and make sure that the rhythm is maintained. So now suppose like my video is up till like this area 222, and I want to make sure that I do not want to spend that kind of effort to editing it. I just want to Premiere Pro to do that job for me. So here you see it's analyzing my clip. And once it analyzes the clip, you see that automatically there is a cut applied to it. And this cut is also very seamless. So if I play on this part,
Hey, Daraksha, there's no audio coming through. You might need to share your screen with the audio option.
okay, is it not coming?
No, no, it's not.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'll just quickly.
Just stop sharing, and then while sharing, there's an option to select audio as well.
Okay. Oh, got it. Is it
Yeah,
audible
now it's
now?
coming. Now it's coming through. Yes.
Okay, okay. Sorry, sorry about that. I was just talking about audio without knowing that you guys can't hear. Okay, yeah. So I'll just go ahead and show this audio thing again because it's quite useful. Yeah. So here, what I'm talking about that here I have this video and it's like a 2 minute long. But what I want to do is I want to maybe add some audio here. So if I add this audio to this area, you can see like the audio is going. The audio is length is more than the video. And if I have to adjust and make sure that everything is coming correctly, either what I can do is I can manipulate these lines or make certain cuts and find out like which area, which beat is matching, and then get some endpoints in order to make it work. So rather than spending a lot of time on that, what we can do now is make use of this tool. So this is a remix tool that's pretty useful. So all I have to do is just select this tool and come here and move it a little bit. And now when I do it, you can see like automatically at two places, the cut has been applied to this audio. And now if I play this audio, so it was pretty seamless. Although the length was reduced, but still like there was no some abrupt cut over here. If I play it again, this part, okay. So this is about the remix tool, like how quickly, if we have any audio, we can match it to our video and edit it. If you want to have like more control to it, what I can do is I can simply come here. So here you will get more controls. Like I can decide whether I want to remix or I want to make some another adjustment to it, whether I want to clip the volume to bit on the downside. So additional controls, but a very quick way to like match your audio and edit it. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about into the audio is how we can like increase the voice. So many a time, like uh, during the editing, what could happen is if someone is speaking, but the voice is very feeble. So what we can do is, okay. So here we have some video. So, and what I want to do is maybe when this lady is speaking, that if I play this audio,
So, hearing your words, I just want to ask you one more question, sir. What is your one suggestion to those future creative minds?
I think
so here what has happened as this lady, when she was speaking, we see that this waveforms are a bit on the downer side. So like, and we need to mash through the speaker over here. So what I can do is I can simply come here and maybe clip this part of the audio and just select it. And here I want to talk about another thing. So if I right click over here, we have this option called as audio gain. So what I can do is I can increase the audio gain or set the audio gain to a higher level, and that will go ahead and increase the volume. So now you see that the waveforms has been increased. And now if I play this lady's voice,
always be equipped and armored to deal with it.
So, hearing your words, I just want to ask you.
so it's much better now to then like what it was earlier. So this is where audio gain, if you have it combining multiple clips and then like you want to like make sure that everyone's voice is clear and matching to the same level, this is how we can quickly go ahead and make adjustment to the audio and edit it. Okay. So this was about quick things about the audio, how we can add a audio. So like we added a music to our like community video, and then like we added some uh, adjustment to it, like we use the remix tool. And now I'll jump to some of the ways how we can add titles to it. So it's also like a very crucial when we want to add certain titles or generate captions. So first, I want to talk about how we can quickly generate the captions from the video. So here I have the video of this girl.
The first thing that really secured me being able to really start to set aside a lot of money to film the pilot was
Okay. So here she's speaking, and now since this is an interview and maybe I want to publish it out, what I want to do is I want to like generate some titles of the tracks or the captions for this girl. So earlier it was a very time-consuming task, like where I have to like go ahead and enter what she is speaking, and now it's just a click of a job. So how I can do it? I'll just simply come here, and next I'll go to the sequence menu. Okay, so I need to go to Yeah. So now we have this option like auto transcribe the sequence. And now since I have already done this, what we need to do is we need to click on transcribe sequence. And here I can choose the language, like what is the language I want to choose. And here, if you could see, like Hindi is also added and it does a pretty good job. So now, like you can definitely try it out with the Hindi videos as well. So for now, I'll just choose this as a English and then I can choose like which track I want to transcribe. For now, there is only one track, so I'll just go with it and click on transcribe. Now it will just go ahead, Premiere Pro will go ahead, analyze the clip, and then it will, based on the smart intelligence technique like Adobe Sensei based technique, it will analyze the clip and generate the captions out of it. So here you see, like it has generated the caption for this track, and maybe there are multiple speakers. I want to edit it. I can come here. I can name the speaker. Maybe her name is Ashley. I can add it and then it will get changed. So this is how I can see the entire captions which has been generated. And maybe like there could be certain words where I want to replace it. So we also have this thing. So where what I can do is maybe I want to search for hi or thing, like she's saying thing, and maybe I want to replace it with some other words. So I can just put that word and that word will replace that specific word. So this is again a quick way through which we can like replace the word. And once like this, I'm satisfied with this caption. Like many a times you would like to edit certain area. Maybe I want to call I. So this is how I can quickly edit all the captions which has been generated. And next I will click on create captions. And here I can decide like how I want it to appear, whether subtitle default, what should be the format, or what style. If I have some character styles set up, I can come here, choose that style and what kind of layout I want, single or double. Click on create. It will take few seconds. And here is my captions. So you can see like right now it's looking a little bit smaller since I just zoom it a little bit.
So the first thing that really secured me being able to really start to set aside a lot of money to film the pilot was becoming an Adobe Creative Resident. So for those
Okay, so you see that these titles are appearing correctly and matching correctly. Maybe you'd say, okay, what if I want to make some like additional changes to it? So you can select it. Either you can select all the titles at one go. And here, maybe I want the font to be something else. I can change it. If I want the color to change to the red, I can just go ahead and make those changes. And now if I scrub through it, you can see like within few seconds the entire like video was transcribed and the caption was generated, and then I was able to make changes to it. So this is how we can quickly like generate the captions. And now want to talk about like how we can like quickly create like some titles to it. So just go to my that clip. Okay. Okay. So maybe like this is the clip, and here what I want to do is maybe I want to add certain titles to the people who are speaking. So how we can do it? So just move it a little bit. Okay. So here, like maybe at this point of time, I want to add certain title. So what I can do is I can simply come here and click on graphics and title and layer and click on text and just move it over here and change the text to student activity. And maybe I want to change different color. So I can go to this left hand side and here I can change the color to maybe something to green or yellow. I'll select it. Okay, I have to select the text. Okay, it's not looking that great, but I just wanted to talk about like this is how we can like quickly simply add the title, and maybe like this is kind of a green, appearing a bit of a green. Let me change it to a bit of a lighter color. And maybe I want to put up like a square behind it. So how I'll do it. So now this is looking a bit better, but I also want to put a square behind this like text. Okay. So here I have like this text selected, and similarly, I'll go again to the specific area, and here I can add a simple rectangle. But for now, just to save some time, what I have done is I have like already generated this kind of a text. So here I have this layer which is called as John, and then I have this rectangle the same way how I would create a text. If I go here and choose a new layer, I have chosen the rectangle, and then I have changed the color to from solid to gradient, and this is how we can like design it, like put it different text and background to it. But you'll say, okay, here we see some additional options. So what are these options? So just want to talk about like this options, which is like pretty useful. So what could happen is like suppose if I create a bigger rectangle, and maybe I change the name to from the John to something else. So what will happen is, suppose if I change to just John. So now you see that since my design is set as responsive, so here this section corresponds to the responsive design. So the moment I make changes to this title, automatically the square is also like the moving in the same aspect ratio. It is also shrinking. If I would have just created a simple rectangle, then it would have not followed the same structure. So this is how we can quickly like add some titles, and we have some like templates as well. So if I come here, there are some free title templates which is already ships with the Premiere Pro. Maybe I want to use one of the titles into the clip, maybe this one. What I will do is simply come here and just put it, and then I'll go to edit and just select this, and instead of title, I'll just call it as student, and change this one to activity. And now it's there. So these templates are already there. A lot of graphics are there. All I have to do is just come here, drag and drop, and just go ahead and edit or make these manipulation. So in this video, we have like added the clips, we have added the music, like we have lowered the volume, and then we have added the titles. Now, just want to talk about, there are some additional templates as well, like the motion graphic templates. So something like this, if I turn it on. So if those kind of templates are there, all I have to do is just come here and click on this option. And here I'll get this template, the graphics template from my After Effects editor. And then I'll just load it. So I have already loaded it. That's why it's asking me to override it. So this is where my scene is being built up. I have this like motion graphic template, some animation to the text, some like audio and video into my sequence. And next, what I want to do is maybe I want to do some like the color correction, like how we can go ahead and do some color correction to our like videos. So here, like maybe I'm selected this specific video and it's looking warm, but now if I move to some other click, yeah, this one is not looking that great. It's not looking that warm to what I had. So what I can do is I can simply come here and open my color correction. Okay, so here is the panel, which is called as lumetri color, and here I'll get certain options. First is like auto basic correction. So if I want or Premiere Pro to automatically decide all the settings for me and do a color correction, I'll just come here and click on auto. It will make some adjustment. It looks a bit brighter, and if I wanted to give a like a better result, I can come here, drag the slider. If I do not want that and I want to do the things manually, what I can do is I can come here, I can increase the temperature or decrease it, or I can also add a tint to it, or saturation, or the exposure, or maybe the contrast. So these are the different things which you can try it out. Similarly, like we have this curves. So curves is again the way how we can edit it. So maybe currently there is a lot of whites into my video, and maybe I want to like decrease the white, make it looking like an evening scene. I can come here. If I have red, green, and blue values, I can just go and edit those values as well. So this is a quick way. I'm not covering everything, but just wanted to let you know that there are certain presets as well, which is already available. So you can just go and select those presets and manipulate few things to make sure that the entire clip is matching to uh, your entire final video. So this was about like how we can quickly manipulate and play around with some color correction. And just to be conscious of time, I'll quickly go ahead and move to the next part. Just talk about some effects. Okay. So here what I have is there are certain clips which I shot, and what has happened to, I'll just create a new file, new project. Okay, just keep this two. Okay, and just drag my media here. And now here, if you could see, like new sequence has been created. So like this video is shot from a phone. So what has happened that it's a bit shaky. There is a lot of not a lot of control over here. So let me open a better version of it. Okay, so this is a better version where we can see clearly. So here, like this is the video which was shot on a phone, and the road was bumpy. It was not that great. So so what I did is into the effects panel. So we have a lot of effects into this panel. So if you see over here, so what I can do is click here and go to the effects, and maybe I want to stabilize my video. So here you see like it's looking very shaky and I want to stabilize. So it will just take some time. So I'll just clip it. And suppose you want to delete the space between two clips. So all you have to do is right click and triple delete. So this is the clip, and now I want to stabilize it. I'll simply come here and select this warp stabilizer and drag on top of it. And here you see it's analyzing the frame, and automatically it will just go ahead and will try to stabilize my clip and make sure it's, and now if I play this clip, it should look better. It's looking much better than what I had earlier. So here we have like this kind of effects, which I can go ahead and use it. Similarly, like we have the transitions as well. So maybe many at times you would like to create some transitions or some effects. So I can simply come here, search for those effects. So maybe I want to search for some effects over here. So like adjusting, there are some effects, or for transform or for video transitions, what I was talking about. If I want to generate a dissolve kind of effect between these two clips, all I have to do is just come here and drag it on between these two clips. Then it will go ahead, analyze the frame, and create a dissolving effect between these two clips. Or what else I could have done is just move my playhead over here, right click, and here I can apply the default transition. So now, right now, like it will just go ahead and apply that default transition. It will take some time in order to analyze it, but just wanted to point out like we have, and if you have certain effects, maybe all other videos are also shaky. So what I don't have to make those settings, those changes to again, because maybe I want to like quickly change some of the other settings over here. I can simply copy those effects and go to the different clip and paste it. So it will take some time, but just wanted to talk about this is how we can quickly apply the effects. We don't have to do it for each and every clip. We can work on one and we can apply it to other, maybe some scaling or some other kind of effects. And just want to, last thing I want to talk about is publishing this video. What are the different export settings? So if I go to this export tab, here you'll see like there is a lot of controls available, and like we also have the option where you can directly publish your videos to the YouTube channel. So if I turn on this option, so here what is happening is I'm getting an option to directly publish my video. So what I have done is I have already like signed in to my YouTube channel account, and I can simply come here. I can select the playlist, in which playlist I want to publish it. I can add a title. I can change the privacy settings and different things, and then I can publish my video. For other platforms as well, these options are available. All you have to do is just do those basic settings in order to publish it. But here into the export section, what I can do is I can simply define my like media, what should be the file name and the location. And then I can either, it's recommended to go ahead with this default setting so that it goes ahead and matches everything. So right now you see all the settings and other things which is matched as per my video. But we can also go ahead and make some additional changes to it. So maybe for audio as well, if I do not want to include the audio, I can turn it off. So this is only video only like clip. Similarly, if I want to add some settings for the captions, maybe I have used captions. For now, I have not used it. But if there would have been a captions, I would have get an option whether I want to burn it or I want to generate a separate captions file so that I can upload it separately to YouTube or other channels and viewers could have access to it. And for effects as well, if I drill it down, here I can see like different kind of effects which I can apply. Like I said, maybe I want to apply some other different kind of effects or to my video. I can come here, I can increase the brightness or the contrast or other settings of my video before exporting it. It's just a simple thing. Maybe I want to apply some other look or let effects to it. I can come here and change those settings before it gets exported. Okay. And similarly, like metadata and other information as well. And all I have to do is just come here and click on export. It will export it. And with that, here we have this media encoder. So like I said, that Rush is like a little brother of Premiere Pro. Similarly, you can consider media encoder as a sister of Premiere Pro. So suppose if you want to export, make sure that your clips are getting exported, but you also want to keep working into the Premiere Pro, I can directly send it to the media encoder and it will just process it into the background and I can continue working over here. So I have 4 minutes left. This is what I quickly wanted to cover and just wanted to take a pause and see if we have any questions.